Fire, 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 fire.
Oh man. This is so nefarious. I feel like this has been a long time coming, bro. I remember hearing about all this fucking bullshit probably 10 years ago. Jeffrey Epstein advisors helped push microtransactions in Call of Duty. He emailed someone saying, someone emailed to him saying, I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example for real world rewards is virtual items in games. He's the reason why they probably pushed this. For those that don't know, Bobby Kotick, who was the CEO of Blizzard at the time, and then subsequently Activision Blizzard, because it was a subsidiary, was not only in Epstein's black little book, but also in his fucking emails. And here's Epstein talking and saying he's all for introducing children to microtransactions. This is a personal crusade for me at this point, I'm not gonna lie. This son of a bitch helped ruin my video games. I don't want to say that he did it like exclusively, but I think he contributed to it. That's how you know microtransactions in video games are truly evil, man. Yeah, this is, I cannot believe this is real. This is an actual confirmed legal document transcription of emails discussing microtransactions and how kids should be involved. How to indoctrinate kids into the economy. I hate this with every fiber of my being. This is, by the way, president of Call of Duty Activision to Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, the precursor, bro. He was one of the, one of the seals that broke it. Because 50 € skin is a microtransaction. Well, it's micro to you, you poor bastard. Bobby responding at 3:30 a.m. degenerate. He's probably up there gooning or counting his money on his yacht. As I said with every document release, I believe less and less in the fact that he died. We still don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced either. So, this kind of leads into him getting banned off of Xbox Live in 2013, which at the time was not owned by... Wait, I'm confused. No. This is kind of related because Microsoft still hadn't bought out Blizzard Activision at the time. But he got banned for harassment threats and or abuse of other players that was severe, repeated, and or excessive. He got banned at 4 o'clock. This email is to notify you that your Xbox Live account privileges have been permanently suspended due to harassment and threats of other players. Threats of death, verbal abuse, griefing, extortion, manipulation, libel, defamation, or slander, display or transmission of personally identified information such as name, address, phone number, or IP address, basically doxing them, and stalking. Yo, how many of y'all probably said slurs back in 2013 on Xbox and you never got banned? How many of y'all did it? Come on. Like, I think people underestimate how difficult it was at the time to get banned. It was pretty fucking hard. PC for life? Well, okay, hold on. Back in the day, getting banned on any video game required you to do something so heinous. Like, I think the only time I ever heard of people getting banned was for doxing. Yeah, like, that's the only time I ever heard of Blizzard intervening. Back then in 2013 or 2014, and then with other games as well. Those poor 12-year-olds, yeah, they didn't stand a chance against Mr. Epstein. Oh my god. Isn't it insane that this is real? This is a court document. Dear Xbox Live member, message to impacted users. Permanently suspended. This action is based on the New York Attorney General's partnership with Microsoft to remove New York registered. What? Will not be able to connect to Xbox Live. Ban related to the policy of New York Attorney General's partnership with Microsoft. But they said it was because of slurs. I don't know. Yep. I don't know. So, this is another thing that connects the Microsoft banning Jeffrey Epstein off of Xbox Live in 2013. Epstein's emails allege Bill Gates caught an STD from Russian girls and begged Epstein for secret antibiotics to dose Melinda without her knowing. Fast forward to 2021. Melinda divorces him in 2021, citing his Epstein ties. Now she's worth $29.6 billion. So this is his ex-wife, and everybody knows that Bill Gates owns Xbox. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. However, this is in July of 2013. The highlighted part says, to add insult to injury, this is to Jeffrey Epstein. Them implored me to please delete the emails regarding your STD. Your request that I provide you with antibiotics that you not surreptitiously give to Melinda in the description of your penis. You also made it clear to me that I'm not to refer to blah blah, as that is another topic that must remain between the two of us. Bill motherfrickin' Gates caught an STD, allegedly, by one of Epstein's girls and used it to try and blackmail him. But he also owns Xbox through Microsoft. Check the dates of this post. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Look, December 19th, 2013, and this email was July 2013. This was like 6 months after. I don't know. It's possible, chat. It's very possible. He had dirt on everybody. Yes, he was such a little rat, dude. Such a little rat. Betting him over Xbox over is just betting? Yeah, no more COD for you, you son of a bitch. You didn't give me my antibiotics. I'm not gonna let you play my games. Isn't that like so childish? Yeah, he's petty banning his homie. Yeah, like you're not allowed to play with my toys. Fuck you. I can't believe you did that to me. He was peeing lava. You know they probably had some insane concoction of STDs. You just know that probably is true with how many people like they probably porked and how many diseases went around and how many bacterial infections they got. That probably hurt like a bitch. And people are speculating that it led to the divorce. Like, she cited his connections. I remember this too. In 2021, she cited and said, I don't like the fact that he's associated with Epstein, but she didn't go in and elaborate on that. It's very possible. Do you think Epstein sent an infected chick his way on purpose? No, I mean, maybe, but like, I feel like with how you know, like pimps are pimps, man. I don't know, it's possible, but maybe not. Maybe it is not. It's just an accident, you know? What is this? Oh yeah, this is insane. SmugAlana syphilades. What the fuck? Yeah, Jeffrey, I need your super duper antibiotics, please. Dear Mr. Bill, I would really like to give that to you, but no. Go fuck yourself. Epstein lurked 4chan and gooned to FNAF furry porn animations. This is in December of 2011. Boards 4chan, you. Boards 4chan, CRC. Boards 4chan, GIF. SFM. Post FNAF, also Fuda Monster SFM thread. Another one. This is the GIF one. And this is another one. To seriously, and he's sending it to himself and his friends too. Why are you okay, first of all, why are you sending a bunch of fucking shit to Karina? Amazing animations, Karina Shuliak. Dude, he's gooning with other people. That's crazy. He's got GIF bookmarked. Yes, dude. Do you think he would lurk in VT? When did VT become a board? Late 2020, early 2021. I don't think so. I think he was too busy dealing with other shit. I think in 2011 to 2013 I think he was a little bit busy at that point. Like 2011 to 2013 he was like all over the place. He was dead at that point. Yeah, he's not dead. Maybe he's on VT. Maybe he's extending his nasty tendrils into every single one of these threads, and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. And again, Mr. Paris says, "Why am I not surprised?" God, thank you. It's so funny. Oh my god. Can you imagine they just somehow find out which posts are his? I bet he'd be in 24/7 into VR chat. I think the most reamed out thing about this is that you are sending unironic corn to people in your Gmail. Like, you're sending that shit to other people in your Gmail and just gooning to it. He gooned to FNAF porn! 4chan is banned from PayPal, Stripe, virtually every other payment provider out there. Doesn't really explain this, however. This article describes why I find moot interesting. The potential for manipulation is huge, and it's a Washington Post article. This is to Jeffrey Epstein from Boris Nikolic. Oh my god, chat. Moot is the guy that founded 4chan. He founded 4chan. He found him interesting. Dude, if Jeffrey Epstein thinks you're interesting, that is just such a red flag. Yeah, he knew everybody. Yeah, Moots! He's buddies of the 4chan homie. Dude, the founder, not even like a mod or something. Like, you could argue and say like, oh, well, you know, mods are mods. They can be influenced by anybody. But like, if you think about it, isn't it insane to think that he literally probably talked to like freaking Moot? If he was interested in him, why wouldn't he? An influential dude talking to you? I don't know. Creator and past owner of 4chan, Chris Poole, known as Moot, was in contact with Epstein, possibly opened up the board poll after meeting with him. Oh my god. Thursday, October 20th, 2011. Last night and this morning in San Francisco, found and also met some interesting people. There's a cool guy, kid, that you should meet. He links a Wikipedia article to Christopher Poole. He is only 23. Read his bio. The rest of the day in Seattle. Tomorrow morning NYC. Can't wait to see you. 4 days later, he says, yes, he's great. I had no clue he is when we met. We talked to almost an hour nonstop. He will be a friend. FYI, he is one of the greatest hackers. I liked Moot a lot. I drove him home. He's very bright. Oh my god! Another one. This was like 3 hours later. He says, sure, I will be there as well in 2 weeks or so. Just left Bill running for lunch with Rubenstein. How did you like Moot? He's very sensitive and so be gentile. Poll was founded on October 23rd. Oh my god. So they met and that actually happened. Tell Chris Poole to feel free to bring anyone he thinks is clever. Chris Poole has confirmed he will come see you at 3 p.m. January 29th. Forwarded message. Sorry for missing this. I've been off email for the past few weeks in an attempt to catch up with the rest of life. Hoping to see Boris at 10 and hope to see Jeffrey in New York. This is from Chris Poole again. Oh, Hi, Chris. Jeffrey wanted to let me know that Boris is around this week in New York City. Oh my god. I don't know. I mean, you can't, like, say definitively, but this looks really, really bad. It's a so, all the dates are matching up around the time Epstein met Moot. Chris Poole. This happened 3 days before, and then they kept talking afterwards. It is unironically possible that politically incorrect not r/poll, Jesus Christ, what am I saying? /poll was made and it started as a psyop. The chance isn't zero, dude. Dude, if that's the case, it is incredibly ironic because that board would eventually become like the place where all the schizos gathered to discuss conspiracy theories. Many of which have been proven correct, by the way. Like, these jokes unironically write themselves. You can't be... I feel like I'm living in a nightmare and I can't wake up. To be fair, a large part of Poll knew about it being a psyop. Yeah, but people still use it. It's very popular. It's insane. I can't believe this is real. Rest assured they're handling it well. Oh, no. So the 2016 election Trump meme wars on here was all straight by them? FBI pushed his ass over the finish line. It's crazy people don't remember that. I bet you think Pepe was organic. What? It was a psyop. How are we coping, Poll? It's not been updated. This release is brand new. Try the official source. Epstein had a direct line to Poll. Once again, I'm reminded that Mood is in fact a nice guy. A bundle of sticks. Oh my gosh. This was just a long psyop? What did we learn? I don't know, man. I think they're handling it amazingly, chat. Yo, Pepe was an inside job too. Yeah. Chat, I don't know, man. This is... I feel like a lot of people's brains are exploding as a result of this. Don't take Pepe away from us. Yeah, Pepe was a psyop, I guess. Fell for it again, and where it goes to a bunch of chronically online schizos. So sad, dude. Oh my lord. What if Epstein's friends teaching him what a waifu pillow isn't something I expected to see in the Epstein files? Joichi Ito, Dakimakura, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, and it's a link to the Dakimakura page. I don't know. I don't know if this is real or not. I'd have to see it in the actual files, but I'm so tired of living through these historical events. If this is true, what kind of pillow do you think he had? Do you think Epstein watched anime? People are already joking and saying he liked Yuri, but like, did he unironically watch it, or was it just like performance stuff? Okay, what is this? Chat. How many of you heard of Pizzagate back in 2016? Me. I'm putting my hand up. Press 1 if you heard about Pizzagate. Me. I was one of those people that really enjoyed conspiracy theories, and I really, really enjoyed picking apart and reading schizo posts and correlations. And at the end of the day, I didn't really think much of it other than like, oh yeah, this could totally be real. Like, I'm not saying it's definitively real, but it is definitely something that could be. It's a US thing? Yes, definitely, for sure. Yeah, I would be one of those people that would watch videos talking about it, and like there was YouTube videos that were up that didn't get, you know, immediately flagged. I heard about Alex Jones talking about it too. I'm a normie, I didn't hear about it. Well, let me explain to you. This is a really good little breakdown. It was a very serious conspiracy theory involving... I can't say the word on YouTube. I'll have to edit it out. For child sexual exploitation. It was basically a ring where people took kids, kidnapped them, and then they did horrible things to them. The autistic version of the murder mystery addicted girls. Yes, I love that shit. It was just fascinating to me because it's like, how do people get away with this shit? So, What is the Pizzagate scandal? Pizzagate scandal is briefly a disclosure of child sexual abuse and child sacrificing cases of America's leading capital or owners, celebrities, politicians, and perverted and inhuman parties. The reason why scandal is named Pizzagate, the person allegedly managed this pedophilia is also the owner of a famous pizza brand. Pizza names are presumed to be used as secret codes in these pedophilia cases based on several written and visual documents. Even the name Comet Pizza originated from the words C. And I went down this rabbit hole. I shit you not. I still have on my account, my civilian YouTube account that I've had probably for like over 15 years now, I have videos liked that I watched at the time back in 2016 when it fucking blew up. I would read it unironically. I thought it was fascinating. There was even a map that made it look like a satanic triangle at the time. I remember it very distinctly. No, never mind. I don't think you're gonna find it. Anyway, believe me, it was a top-down view of a map of all these connected locations, and it would create a satanic star. And that, like, stuck with me. So I really feel extremely, I wouldn't say vindicated, but I'm also sad because it's like, I didn't want it to be real. I didn't want to believe that people would do this unironically. A pentagram? Yes, a pentagram, correct. That's the word. Yes, and I didn't think that it would happen. So, who's the owner of Comet Pizza, which is at the center of these allegations? The owner is called James Alefantis. According to the news of the famous magazine GQ, he's one of the most influential 40 people in Washington, D.C. A map of D.C.? Yeah, Washington, D.C. Say, pentagram, Pizzagate. Maybe I can find it. If I could find it, that would be amazing. Oh, yep, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Here it is. Ah, here we go. This is some schizo shit, but I gotta show you guys. I remember seeing this, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Look, it's all a bunch of schools, and then there's like a bunch of pizza places, a pediatric center. There's Comet Ping Pong Pizza. That's one of the signs of the pentagram. And then there's a school here, and it's basically all associated. There's another one out there. I think this is one of the oldest ones with the White House as well. Oh my gosh, shit. If I could go back in time and remember all of the things that I, like, read, I wish I could. But it's literally been 10 years. Where is it? Come on, security check? Suck my balls. Right here. This is the more famous one. With the White House right at the top. Yeah, like the halfway pentagram with the White House in the middle, and then it's like Comet Pizza's like 20 minutes away or something. I'm telling you, chat, I was so fascinated by this, and it had like references to the lunar cycle and like how it was related to Stonehenge. I'm not sure if I can scroll down too far, but anyway, just believe me, I looked into this stuff and it was really fascinating. So, how this map relates to the ring, the trafficking ring. Comet Pizza secretly operates as a front company in the child trafficking network. Celebrities, politicians, and capital owners. Pizzas are used codes and correspondence to things as alleged as cheese means girl and pasta means boy. Using these codes, celebrities pay fancy prices to order from Comet Pizza via email for their perverted parties, and children are delivered to address. For some other claims, there are several rooms and private parts on the lower level of Alefantis' pizza restaurant to which only special guests are allowed. Not only is bad word is of concern, but as alleged, they also torture and force children there. How it was revealed. A dated email of John Podesta, advisor of Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Hillary Clinton. This guy was like, he has some sick shit at his house too. This is not conspiracy. He had some really weird, fucked up drawings and paintings made by artists and statues of people who went through like CSAM. Like, they actually went. I hate that I have to censor myself because I want to put this on YouTube so people are aware of what I'm talking about. But basically all of those artists, he basically bought all of these paintings and put them into his house. This is confirmed. This is not conspiracy theory. And he was related to all these people at the top. And it was published with WikiLeaks. And it all blew the fuck up in the next, like, I want to say 2 years. Yeah, and it was really fucked up. What are the documents? A bunch of emails, donation bills, a bunch of logos. Why it became a scandal. James Alefantis is also a grantor of Hillary Clinton. Alefantis is not in contact with just the Clintons. He was also in contact with Obama and a bunch of people at the White House. This is all just basic information. They were also involved with the Marina Abramovich. Another email correspondence include Marina Abramovich's invitation to John Podesta and Hillary Clinton at an event named Spirit Cooking. Alex Jones talked about this a billion times about how they make these fake rituals where they make cakes made out of normal cake, but they make it look like a person, and then they eat the cake, and it's supposed to represent cannibalism. I'm not even kidding. I looked into this. I looked into Marina Abramovich. This is real. She was a performing artist who did these fake spirit cookings and then said, like, this is an artistic interpretation. I genuinely, if you want to go through a rabbit hole, this has been around for 10 plus years. Yeah, she would use her, like, period blood smeared on the walls. She would, there was this really old video on YouTube, you can still look it up to this day, where she sat, I think, in front of like 40 people and had like a bunch of instruments, and then she signed a waiver so that people couldn't sue her to hurt her as an artistic interpretation of performance. So, like, yeah, Lady Gaga was there too at the spirit cooking. A bunch of people were. Yeah, and it's all tied back to like a bunch of other stuff, and it's crazy stuff. Absolutely insane. Nothing ever happened. A bunch of celebrities and politicians were involved. There was also people correlating with like the disappearances of kids in this specific area, and basically allegedly accusing them of kidnapping kids and basically transporting them to like different locations for abuse. And this is all real, by the way. Like, people don't know this, but a lot of kids get kidnapped every single day in America. And all these logos are supposed to be like signs for like people to know to like enter and like do these secret codes all openly. And yeah, like, I don't know, if getting into it is like you start talking about really screwed up stuff. I'm not sure if I can look at this. So basically a bunch of art involving Comet Ping Pong that was published at the time on their Instagram back in like 2014 and 2016. Very weird, bizarre art pieces that is just very dystopian. And like, why would you want to eat pizza where it's like associated with like people and like, you know, there's all these logos and stuff. Again, I'm not one to say like, oh, it means it's definitively that, but it is certainly fucking strange that this is all happening and it's somehow associated with eating food. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. I'm not even sure. I want to look up the Podesta art. Home collection. Okay, I guess this is okay. Yeah, here we go. This is Podesta's art. It's very eerie. This is not, just warning, it's not bad. It's very eerie. This is an artist that went through some really horrible stuff as a child. I can't say it out loud, but she went through a horrible stuff. She's really talented. She's really good at painting, and it's supposed to like basically be like a trauma dump for her. And it's so weird that this is happening, and it's all brought up to the surface after 10 years. And I remember talking to people about it and being like, yeah, I don't know if this is real. Then yeah, I think a lot of these people are freaks and they need to be locked up, but nothing ever happened of it, huh? So, how is Pizzagate related to the Epstein files, chat? I have to bring this back. This is a really good post. I'll read it out loud because it basically concisely explains everything. Okay, so basically a vast global child trafficking network constantly used in pizza in every single one of their communications as a clear code word for something much more sinister. But this one time in Washington, D.C., when a random pizza shop owner the Comet Pizza guy that I just explained, who was named in one of the most powerful people in DC, was doing the same thing and using the exact same language with Obama and the Clintons, and they were actually just talking about pizza hot dogs. People said it was a coincidence and a red herring, and then a street camera that since its inception had been pointed at said pizza shop was suddenly pointed in a different direction on the same day that a random guy in a random act of violence fired a single bullet at a pizza shop door, which destroyed the hard drive of the pizza shop computer, and then that guy was killed in a traffic stop accident, and then every mention of that pizza shop was scrubbed from the internet. And all of the pictures that were associated with all of these posters, all these hangouts with the Comet Ping Pong Pizza, this was basically scrubbed from the internet, and you can only find it on like 4chan and people who like save this type of stuff. I don't know, it just seems kind of fucking weird. Kind of fucking strange. Send pizza to Bobby! From Daphne Wallace to Jeffrey Epstein. May I bring in your slice of pizza to you? Respectfully, Diane. Who talks like this? In emails. Why? Who talks like that? Alana, say you weren't sewer Kittle. I'm not sewer Kittle, chat. I'm perfectly fine. Your slice? I know one slice who eats one slice. Like, you can say, oh, it's schizo. Oh, Alana, people love pizza. I get it. I do. I love pizza too, but like, who the fuck eats one pizza slice? Who asked permission to bring pizza via email? This also ties to another thing. Do you guys remember, what's that really famous Balenciaga and then another one that was associated with sending furniture to people and it was like really expensive? Do you guys remember that? What was it called? Yeah, Wayfair. The Wayfair conspiracy theory. And I remember people saying that it was a conspiracy theory too. Yeah, and it was in 2020. American Farmer Friends. Man, I can't find anything on it. Isn't that crazy? I do apologize. This kind of just popped in my head because it's kind of related to it. But basically, in 2020, people were talking about Wayfair, which is a high-end fashion store with like furniture and stuff that you can buy. Some of the cabinets were costing like $10,000 to $14,000, and they all had like really, really weird names of girls. And people schizo posted and said like, oh, it's because it's related to like trafficking of young kids. And then when you would look at the product numbers that were attached to these Wayfair furniture dealings on the website, and you put them into like Google or Yandex, which is like the Russian version of Google, the returned images were for young girls, and people said, oh, well, that's too much of a conspiracy. This couldn't possibly be related to like the whole Pizzagate thing, and then it all just blew under the rug, right? Yeah, like there's a bunch of shit like this that's like out on the internet. The idea was that you were really ordering furniture. Yeah, basically. It was coded language, and people said that it was very, very likely that it was related to how people use coded language to talk about kids. And it's just awful because, like, it feels like, yeah, maybe this is starting to look real. Yeah, here's the Pizzagate triangle. Yep. This is another thing that was really popular when people talked about the schizo conspiracy theories. Besta Pizza, they had this logo that is this inside of a triangle kind of deal, and it was everywhere. I think you can even see it in some of the art pieces right here, like this heart thing. I can't, where is it? Right here. Do you see it on the child and then on the logo? People, this means like girl lover or boy lover. Yeah. And this is supposed to be like an indicator for people that are like interested in that kind of thing. The predators, right? So they basically corroborated that with this. And then for some reason, pretty much 4 days later, they changed the logo. If you're not guilty, why would you change it? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that weird? And it's not just this Besta Pizza. It's a bunch of other ones too. I found the article. Yeah. We might run out of conspiracy theories. Oh my god. And then Epstein files, there are 911. Whoa, 911! Whoa. Mentions of pizza often paired with grape soda in bizarre context within emails addressed to Epstein by individuals whose names have been mostly redacted. This is better than a Chinese cookie. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Who talks like that about food? Look, pizza, 911. This is better than a Chinese cookie. And it's to Jeffrey Epstein. It's completely blurred out. Totally loved it. Pizza party was great. We had a lot of fun. Stayed late. We all slept in yesterday morning. Was your night good? Thank you. We love to have Blah Blah with us. He's too cute. Have a great week. Thanks for taking the boys for pizza. Blah Blah was sad he had to leave the fun. Hope you have a great time skiing. Be safe. You got it. Yum, that looks good. The boys are really cute too. Smiley face. Pizza time. Kids are hungry. Who talks in emails? Why wouldn't you text this? Why would you not? Isn't this strange? PizzaAmoresThomas.com. Mr. Epstein would like to see the menu from the pizza place. Could someone send it to him, please? Send a pizza to Bobby. This is a PDF file saying Feeney asking about a pizza party this weekend. Red pizza party. Yes, that is fine. Red pizza party. Wanted to check and see if you might be available for a pizza party next Saturday after the friendly Darien game we're having. Why are we always talking about pizza parties? Like, I like pizza too, but like every single weekend? Probably used email so Epstein could blackmail later. Yeah, I would. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Red pizza party? I don't even know what that means. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Go no. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? Who talks like this? You think it means virgins? Oh my god, that's fucked up. You can pick them up now. After you use them, wash your hands and let's go get pizza and grape soda. He also liked to use the words lamb chop, bagel, and coffee to hide what he was talking about. Did lamb chop take 5? Why me? Did they want bagels and coffee? I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, but definitely the fucking... Definitely the pizza one. Color? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Holy shit, Chunky. I forgot about that. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? Who the fuck talks like this? This is in 2018, too. This was way, 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 way later. Chunky. Ugh. What do you mean chunky pizza? Oh my god. Rockstar Games president Sam Houser and former GTA lead producer Leslie Benzies are mentioned in the newly released Epstein files. Chat, they're gonna delay GTA again because of the Epstein files, bro. We're never gonna see it at this rate. We're never gonna see it at this rate. Yeah, Epstein files for GTA 6. I wonder why. I don't know, man. Do you think all the schizos that posted about it on 4chan like a million times, or like the YouTubers that made a million videos talking about this stuff, do you think they feel vindicated? I certainly do. Because I am one to believe that there's no such thing as like true evil in the world. But I don't know, I'm starting to think maybe they had a point. Of course they are. I feel a little bit vindicated. I got into this stuff and I thought it was interesting to read. I thought maybe I gave it the benefit of the doubt, like, oh yeah, surely this doesn't mean anything. Surely this doesn't mean anything. It's, you know, it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, everyone called them schizos and they told the truth. The Great Zucchini, Child's Play, and it's all in a line and they're all like connected, chat. I don't know, chat. That's why you gotta keep kids safe, bro. Epstein casually explaining that Jews create vast fortunes through financial speculation, market crashes, and exploiting labor on unsophisticated goyim. Let the goyim deal in the real world. This is the way the Jew makes money. So many stereotypes contained in one email. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to Roger Shank. This is the way the Jew makes money, and I'm fortunate in the past 10 years, selling short the shipping futures. Let the goyim deal with the real world. What's goyim? someone who isn't ethnically Jewish, so basically anybody that's not Jewish. I believe in Yiddish it means cattle. Yeah. Isn't that insane? Isn't that absolutely insane? 4chan is gonna have a field day with this, and Instagram Reels too. I can't believe this is the Epstein files and not Hassan's stream. Bro, let the Goyim deal in the real world. I like that he's acknowledging the fact that like they live on another level. Like all these rich people. I can't believe this shit, dude. How does he have the time to do all this nefarious shit? Probably a lot of drugs and not sleeping. Yeah, it is very well known that all these people that have a lot of money, they just do drugs all the time and then they just don't sleep. They just work all the time. And by work, I mean like talking to people. That's all they do. They talk to people, they fly, then they go talk to more people. That's how they spread their nasty little tendrils everywhere. There's no way he actually referred to us as Goyim in private emails. He did a number of times. Your Goyim dinner was amazing. Thank you very much for including me. Where are the Jews? I'm gonna pass out. This is real. No Goyim in abundance. It's gonna be 100% Jew night. Even Peril Man on Yum Yum who has some Goyim. Tasty Goyim dinner. What the fuck do you mean? XX Brilliant Wasps? I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean? JP Morgan Executives Brilliant Wasps. I'm not sure what that means. It's probably some sort of joke that I don't get. 4chan goes absolutely crazy with this stuff. I can't believe this. And it's not like this like, oh, we're making up stuff to make people look bad. This is unironically on the internet on a government website. In 2018, email, Jeffrey Epstein recounts laughing about Jews controlling the world. He says, at my dinner table, I asked, why are you right-wing guys so anti-Semitic? One said, historically, we all know it's actually been the Jews behind the governments actually pulling the strings. He says, I said, like who? And one pointed at me, and they all started to roar with laughter. Guilty! Oh my god, that's a day after my birthday. That's freaky. Oh my god. That's him quoting himself! That he's writing to himself to recount like memories so that he at my dinner table I asked, quote, why are you right-wing guys so anti-Semitic, unquote. One said, historically we know it's all actually been the Jews behind the governments actually pulling the strings, unquote. I said, like who? And one pointed at me and they all started to roar with laughter. Me? And one guy said, how do you explain in only 3 days there have been princes, prime and other ministers, emissaries, plus 2 presidents of world bodies? Guilty! So funny. Wish you were here. This is insane, chat. This isn't a conspiracy. It's not 4chan. It's not schizos on Twitter making up bullshit. It's not Alex Jones yelling about how the frogs are gay. This is Epstein himself. And this is on public record on the files. He himself basically confirming every stereotype that's been like making the rounds for the last like 20 plus years. I can't believe they actually released this. I feel, okay, I have to preface this too. I feel like I have to clarify that I'm not making a political statement. Obviously, I'm here for the fucking memes. Okay? I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm just reading what the Department of Justice released to the public. But holy moly, this is wild. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought this would be like actually true. GTA might get delayed. Pizzagate that I looked at when I was a kid from 2016 might be real. All this crap that I remember reading so long ago is... Epstein might know what a docu is, and I'm a VTuber. Like, I just can't, man. Talking about the people. He knew what a Daki was. I mean, I'm speechless. It's insane. Oh, this is so good. Dude, this clip, man. Chat, brace yourself.
Oh, here we go. Goyim were born to only serve us, he said in a 2010 sermon. Without that, they have no place in the world, only to serve the people of Israel. Guys, this is insane.
I'm starting to understand why they were like freaking out about not wanting to release it and acting like it didn't happen. Where's Asmongold now? He hasn't streamed in 2 days! He hasn't streamed in 2 days! Am I gonna get a call? Listen to me, chat. I am not suicidal. I'm not. I am not. I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Check your car seat. Oh my god, Chad! Chat. I'm perfectly fine. I'm good. I'm chilling. And nothing's bad's gonna happen. Let's keep laughing about this. Jeffrey Epstein asked Elon Musk, "Do you think I am retarded?" after having spell out what he had described as a UN diplomat get-together was actually a party of very cute women aged 25 and under. I run and lead design engineering for 2 complicated companies. Moreover, SpaceX is about to launch. Flying to Europe to see UN diplomats do nothing would be unwise use of my time. Jeffrey says, "Do you think I'm retarded?" Just kidding. There's no one over 25 and all very cute. I honestly believe that Elon was too autistic to understand the signals he was being given and genuinely thought this was a fun party with tennis and snorkeling. Oh my fucking god, man. Chat. They didn't invite him because he's too fucking autistic. He's got that riz. Yeah, the tism might have saved him from being incriminated. Yeah. So fucking dumb, man. Just kidding. Jay-Z named as handlers in Epstein files. I am not surprised. Pusha T and Jay-Z. God damn. 1996. Damn. It's really real, bro. Oh my god, he replied to that post. Hold on, go back to the Elon thing. Admittedly, I was at first dumb enough to think he actually meant hanging out with the UN diplomats. However, even when after he clarified that he meant a party with young women under age 25, I still chose working on rockets and cars. I mean, you can say what you want about Elon and how he's a fucking retard and he's stupid sometimes, but at least he's not related to this. Like, he actually pulled the TISM card and said, I'm okay. I don't want to go. Yeah, I'm good. Too stupid to hang with Epstein? Well, now look who's laughing now. I don't know. I mean, you could call him stupid, but like, look who's laughing now. Yeah. Still wanted to go to the island? Yeah, but maybe he was too stupid to understand what he was getting into. I don't know. I'm more inclined to believe that his autism just said like, yeah, you know, it's probably saved him there. I don't know. This is fucking funny. Jay-Z literally deleted everything on his Instagram so nobody can comment on the fact that he's in the Epstein files. This is fucking wild. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's been related to a lot of fucked up shit. Also, Beyonce as well. Jay-Z has reportedly left the US to an undisclosed destination. Oh, and he's on his private jet. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, he dipped. He fucking dipped. He ran the fuck away. He went on his private jet and said, yeet, I'm out of here. Oh, this is the prison guy. So, for those that don't know, back in 2019, someone on 4chan, before they even announced that Epstein had died in, you know, quote unquote, died in the jail cell, some guy was leaking everything and essentially saying, you guys, I'm shaking right now, but I think they switched him out. This was before anything came out from the mainstream media. Not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me, but last night after 4 o'clock count, they took him medical in a wheelchair, front cough, but not one triage nurse says they spoke to him. Next thing we know, a trip van shows up. We do not do releases on the weekends unless a judge orders it. Next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell and hangs himself. Here's the thing, the trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the plate number, and a guy in a green dress military outfit was in the back of the van according to the tower guy who let him through the gate. You guys, I think I'm shaking right now, but I think they switched him out. Chat, I don't know, man. I don't know. Where's the prison officer Roberto Grijalva at this time? I'm unable to find verified public information about him. That guy is probably gonzo. They probably took him out for leaking that stuff, if that's true. They went, boom. You talk too much. Yeah, 07 to that guy. I'm gonna be honest. It's basically the post on 4chan wasn't a random shit post. It's a verified dude that did work there at the time. Epstein was being held. Crazy. Yes, well, my theory is that they did not like him leaking it, which actually, ironically, because of how Poll is formed, it kind of backfired on itself. Like, how would they have known that some random guy that was a security guard would leak this stuff on the board that Mr. Epstein pushed to make with Moot? It's kind of ironic. It could be Moot himself that unmasked him. Yeah, it could be. You never know. Conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. I'm gonna honestly say this. I do think he's alive. He's got way too many connections. I think he probably did some sort of bargaining, talked himself out of it, did something or another, and they just swapped him. And then, you know, pretended to, like, kill him. I don't know. Maybe a twin? Yeah, maybe a surrogate twin that they grew in a lab somewhere and then they just replaced him. You never know. Sure is weird that they cut the cameras in that convenient little time frame, too. Again, after all the Pizzagate stuff that I already knew about, all the Alex Jones infiltrating the Bohemian Grove bullshit, I was more inclined to believe that all these people are connected and they're so rich and beyond us that we're just stupid idiots to them. They can just get away from everything. Or get away with everything.
Fire, 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 fire.